What's up, guys? I'm Andre.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Nico. Y esto es Zior Habla.
This is podcast 2. We're going to be talking about the role of nuclear weaponry in power and international relations.
So to start us off, I'm going to talk about some history and chemistry of atomic bombs. So atomic bombs are made using nuclear fusion, or fission. This fission reaction is triggered using the same element that's used to harness nuclear energy, that being uranium-235. And humans have had an understanding of this idea for a long time, but nuclear energy wasn't weaponized until World War II in 1945 to be exact. So nuclear fuel inside a bomb has to be stored in separate little capsules called subcritical masses in order to stay stable. And once it's time for the bomb to detonate, these subcritical masses are brought together and introduced to protons, which trigger the fission chain reaction, which causes an explosion. So inside the bomb, the reaction is triggered by a bullet, which contains a bunch of different separate subcritical masses of uranium, and a bullet of uranium-235 is being launched at all those subcritical masses.
Is it
And then
like a
that-
shotgun?
You could call it like a shotgun. It's two little shells inside of a bomb. One's fired at the other, and then it causes the reaction. With this science being readily known and available to the world, almost anyone with the resources can build nuclear weapons, which I think is really concerning. And it definitely raises the question, like, if nuclear energy is harnessed, will people misuse its ingredients to cause chaos and nuclear war?
I mean, there's absolutely the potential for that to happen, and it has happened in the past, especially in the U.S.'s use of nuclear weapons. But now there's treaties and agreements on nuclear energy, such as the NPT, the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons Act. It's been established for a while and agrees to aim to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons while allowing for peaceful use of nuclear energy. There's also energy diplomacy and security tied to nuclear energy. Nuclear power contributes significantly to nations' energy resources by providing a stable and continuous source of electricity. This reliability enhances the country's resilience against energy crises, reducing dependence on external resources and fostering self-sufficiency. Do you guys think nuclear energy can be used for diplomatic relations and energy cooperation in the future?
I sure hope so, because, nuclear weapons are like weapons of mass destruction alongside, chemical and biological weapons, which are like a completely different topic. However, even in today, we have UN meetings talking about risk management of nuclear weapons, and I have one that I looked up, and it's just a bunch of bickering. Not a lot gets done. Namibia's representative said nuclear weapons are the most inhumane and indiscriminate weapons ever created, and they remain a constant specter of destruction. While the representative of Colombia echoed the deep concern, and she said, "We are on the brink of an abyss." However, when the Russian Federation's delegates spoke on behalf of a group of 14 states, condemned the use of chemical, biological, and nuclear weapons, other speakers, such as the Czech Republic's representative, questioned the credibility of the condemnation, stating that the Russian Federation continues to spread disinformation. So it just shows that even when people are these world leaders try to work together, it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine. But I guess we could start with treaties and peace talks over nuclear weapons. I guess is the biggest area to tackle there. There's treaties like START that aim to limit and reduce the number of deployed strategic nuclear weapons in the world, and it contributes to global stability. It can also be used as energy for soft power. It can foster diplomatic relations through energy collaboration. Nations may engage in joint ventures, sharing knowledge and supporting each other's nuclear programs, and means of building trust and cooperation.
Yeah, I think that there are a lot of dangers with it, though. Especially, if we're trying to harness nuclear energy, we have to understand the fact that if every country is using it, that also means every country has all the ingredients to make nuclear weapons. And the threat of like an all-out nuclear war would almost definitely be the end of humanity.
Yeah, it's definitely a very delicate balancing act, and we're already at the point where if a nuclear war broke out, there would be the end of humanity. I mean, we got the doomsday clock and such to tell us that. By navigating the dual nature of these nuclear technologies, it requires a balance between harnessing its energy potential and for the benefit of society, and mitigating the risks associated with weapons. International cooperation and diplomatic efforts play a crucial role in maintaining this equilibrium.
I don't know if you guys saw the recent movie Oppenheimer. That was like the main conflict Oppenheimer had, was that he was worried if he did create the bomb and he did do it for the United States government, how it would end up in the future, and his vision of the future was not great. Like everybody having nuclear bombs. While thinking about this, he was looking at like this puddle of rain, and each like the sprinkle of rain on the puddle like represented just all out nuclear bombs around the world.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. But my biggest takeaway from this is that there's a need for continued informed dialogue about nuclear energy. It's not something that we can just throw out the window because of our state of global crisis of energy and global warming and sustainability for our future.
Yeah,